Okay. Welcome to class. Now that we had an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit deeper, these are nice bonding activities. I'll lay out what's going to happen with the class today. First, I'm just going to get some feedback about your projects, and we're going to take a break from that because what you need right now is just solid time to work on it. So we're going to switch gears a bit. I thought about this, and I thought about when students are coming to see me outside of class, just where you're at, and I just think it's just better just to give you a little break from the hard lecture of putting this together and allow you the time to perk on your own, to do the research you need, and to put this together. I will mention a couple of things about that before we begin, but we'll have a lecture on listening, and if we have time, delivery styles. So these are kind of fun to go through. So before we begin, let's just get some comments about your topics, specific purpose, central idea, those claim sentences, that supporting evidence underneath it. How is that going for everyone in general? Okay, it's working. Was it hard when you were first working through it, and then as you're looking at it, does it get easier? So that's what I hope will happen.
Yeah.
Okay, if you find yourself just really grinding at this and you think, this is not getting any easier and I'm not making any progress, that's a time to reach out to me. That's a time to come see me in my office hours or in the tutoring center, or just start sending me messages saying, hey, would you mind taking a look at this? Am I going in the right direction? That's what I'm here for. So you don't have to struggle to understand this when I'm here. I mean, you have to put the work into it. And so sometimes students will come to me and they haven't done the research yet, and that'll be one of the first things I say is first, you have to read through an article or two before you can start to put this together. But if you've done that and you're like, gosh, I just can't seem to pull this together, that's a time to reach out to me and, or even then, can I just reach out to you while I'm doing this and then, see you in a couple of days after I get to this point. That's okay. Okay, so please, this is what I'm here for. Next, let's go ahead and close the computer. If you get to the point in the next couple of days that you're dropping this information in here, I just want to caution you that flexibility is so important. So, for example, yesterday I had somebody come into me in the tutoring center. He's in my afternoon class today, and we literally worked through the specific purpose and the central idea as we read the article together 3 different times. We changed it 3 different times in that small amount of time. So just be flexible. Just because you have it written down there, just because you put it in the template doesn't mean that you are fully committed to it. That's the thing, that the next step that I see students just struggling with. So be flexible, be patient with yourselves as you go through this process. We have a draft due date coming up. Does anybody know when that is? Okay, so it's coming up. So you still have time to work on this.
When is it, I'm sorry?
The draft.
Yes, when?
The 7th.
Okay.
So, and that's not, we'll be mostly finished by then. You just have a few final touches to put in. Okay, any questions? This is under the draft. So under that weeks 2 through 6, when you come into the modules, you just come in here. This is so you just download this in Word and work on that. Just save it to your computers and work on that.
That's what to do this out of, correct?
Mm-hmm. So, the draft of it. So it's not going to be perfect. All right. Now that we've talked about just your homework outside of time, and by the way, you should be spending a good solid 6 hours a week on this class, and right now it's just on the draft. That's the only thing you should be working on. The research, the writing, the thinking, everything is all in that. So If you aren't spending that amount of time on this, then you'll have a lot to do right before it's due. And that's when students are pulling all-nighters and they're stressing and they're sick and they're having all kinds of issues, and that's when your computer will break down. So, now let's go ahead and let's transition out of this. Go ahead and close your computer. We like our computers open. I don't know why.
It sort of wasn't really that one.
I'm going to share with you something I did the other day. This is going to come up later in this lecture. This is about just being distracted. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be focused, but there was a couple computers up. But this is me. We're all